It's September favourites time. Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Alice and today I'm going to be talking through my September favourites. One thing I'm going to address straight away is my voice. I am not doing very well today. I'm not 100%, but I thought I'd rather just film this video and sound a little bit husky and just get it up rather than sort of waiting until I sound normal. Anyway, so I've got a cup of coffee and I'm just going to crack right on. So yeah, let's start with makeup. I'm going to start with a skincare favourite. Now, what I'm going to say straight away is, so last favourites, I know I mentioned a bunch of Glossier products, and I also mentioned that I got the phase 1 and phase 2 sets. If you haven't seen my USA haul, you may not have known that, but they're in those. What I'm going to say is I basically, P.S. I like the other stuff that I didn't mention. So I'm writing a review for my blog at the moment on both the sets before it sort of launches in the UK. And yeah, so the stuff that I wasn't really reaching for, I've started to use and I've actually started to really like. So first up, I've got the stretch concealer. I'm using the shade Light. I'm going to say straight off the bat, the colour range for this is shit. It's absolutely rubbish. There's 3 colours and basically, yeah, they don't really cater to a lot of people, which is silly, and I hope they do extend the range. But yeah, so I'm using the shade Light, which is like this. And I think why I like this, initially I didn't like it, because it doesn't have like tons and tons of coverage, but why I like it is I think it's sort of really taking it back to what concealer is. I think nowadays with sort of like colour correcting sort of concealer products and sort of like highlighting concealer products, a lot of people have sort of lost, I suppose, the original concept of what a concealer is, which is just sort of like added coverage where you need it, and that's what this is. It is a very comprehensive concealer, but it's good. I just think it sort of actually does what a concealer should do. I really like using this along with the Serum Foundation by The Ordinary. That's the combination I've got on my skin today. I do say I think I do need something a little bit heavier under my eyes, but sort of where you need just like a little bit extra coverage, like if you've got like a blemish, like sort of, or like a bit of like redness, like a lot of people put concealer around their nose. I think this is a really great one for it. It's got like a real like slip to it, which I think a lot of other concealers that I typically go for like quite matte concealers, whereas this is sort of very much skin-like. And yeah, as I said, I've been using it with the Serum Foundation by The Ordinary, and I think they're just a really good combination, because just like the little bits where I have a little bit more redness or whatever coming through, I pop this on top and my skin still very much looks like skin. It's definitely for more natural looking makeup, but I think that's what the Glossier brand is all about. So you know, if you're really into high coverage and stuff, this isn't going to be for you, but if you sort of go for like the more like skin like stuff, I think you might really enjoy this product once you give it a go. But yeah, I've been really enjoying using it, and as I said, that's the concealer I've got on my face. I actually just filmed now. I did my makeup already this morning, and so I just touched up with it. It's actually a really good concealer to touch up with, again, because it's not like too heavy or too matte, so it doesn't sort of like dry out your skin if you've already put makeup on. So yeah, that's what I've been liking. Next up, I've got an eyeshadow to talk about, and it's by Kat Von D. This is the Lolita eyeshadow and blush. I've never used it as a blush. I don't think I'm going to, although if you've got a deeper skin tone, I think I think this would be a really nice colour for blush if you have a deep skin tone, but I just think, I mean, maybe it would work. But yeah, I've been using it as eyeshadow. It's what I've got on today through my crease. And I used the brush that I recommended last month with it, the Real Techniques one, and they work well together. I really like Kat Von D shadows. I just think they blend really well. They're vegan, if that's something that you're interested in. And also, but they do like a load of like red colours, a load of like different colours, which is what I like. But yeah, speaking of red colours, this is sort of like more like a sort of rosewoody colour. So I use like a lot of like red and orange eyeshadows like daily, whereas this I think is like a little bit more softer. If I didn't want like as much of a sort of like stark look, or if I wanted to, for example, like today, to put on a bright red lip, well, this isn't bright red, this is like a deep red lip, I think this works really well. I think it's really clever. They're actually re-releasing this, I believe, only on the KVD website, as opposed to in Debenhams and on Sephora. I do believe, don't quote me on it, but I know you can definitely get it on their website. They're re-releasing it, which I think is really good, because I just think it's a really great colour for this time of year. But yeah, I really recommend it, really enjoy it, and I've been using it a lot. I've got a setting spray to talk about. I actually meant to talk about this last month, but I had misplaced it, so I didn't include it. It is the Wet n Wild setting spray, from their Photo Focus line, sort of like all their priming stuff, which is in this white packaging. For a while I was wondering why it has like these numbers around the edge of the cap, but I think it's supposed to look like a camera lens. Literally, I just thought of that today. I was like, that's why. So the spray on this one, it's pretty hefty. Like, it isn't like a fine mist, it's definitely like a you're getting squirted in the face mist. So if you like more of a fine mist, then maybe you don't like this, but the actual product itself is really good, and I think it's around $5, which really isn't that expensive, as like a lot of Wet n Wild products are. Do you know what? A bunch of Wet n Wild products that I have tried I've really enjoyed. I just think you need to know which ones are the good ones, and I think this is a good one. It is also a really nice comprehensive setting spray, and yeah, it's really cheap. But yeah, I did feel myself spraying it on my face, so I don't know how sort of stuck and shocked I look. But yeah, I'd really recommend this. I do really enjoy it. And I do have one other makeup favourite, which I'm not wearing today, as you can probably tell. This is one of the BareMinerals Gen Nude Liquid Lipsticks. This is in the colour Juju, you pick. But yeah, it's sort of more of like a pinky mauvey nude colour. It's not really nude, I guess on my skin tone it definitely stands out, but I've really been enjoying the formula of this. It's very like moussey and whipped, which I quite like, and it does stay on the lip quite nicely. Obviously, because it's like a nude colour, I don't really notice it fading terribly, but yeah, that's the colour that it is. I was going to wear it for you today because I try and wear the products that I'm talking about, but because I sound a bit shit and feel a bit shit, I just thought like a red lip would sort of detract from how gross my skin and all that looks. Does anybody else do that? Anybody else put on like a bright lip colour just to be like, hey, look at my lips, instead of how gross the rest of my face is? But yeah, so that's why I haven't got that on today, but honestly this is the one that I've been reaching for. It's really easy to put on, it's really easy to layer if you want to like reapply, although it does stick around for quite a long time. I really want the colour Friendship, which is sort of more like a terracotta nude. That's the colour I think I'm going to get next. I think they're around 17 quid. And actually, I got this in a Tilly box. Tilly stands for Try It, Love It. It's the QVC beauty box. And they're a little bit different to like typical subscription boxes. So the one from QVC comes out every 3 months. There's like one a season, and I think they're £20 with free postage and packaging, but the stuff that comes to them is insane. As I said, like these are like usually £17, whereas, you know, the box itself is 20 quid, and then you get a bunch of other stuff with it. So that's where I got this one from. So if that's something that you're interested in, then, you know, I'll link that down below, maybe, if I remember. But yeah, so if you want to try that out on a bunch of other beauty products, like that range exists, that box exists, and it's actually a really good one. So yeah, been loving this. I've got a couple shower favourites to talk about. First of all, I'm going to go to Haircare, and this is the Joico Colour Balance Blue Shampoo. I believe many moons ago I spoke about the Violet shampoo by Joico, because I sort of ombre'd the ends of my hair, but as you can tell, I'm a brunette. I don't have blonde hair except for on my ends, and I think it's like a well-known thing that for blondes, a lot of blondes use purple shampoos to sort of take the brassiness out of it, whereas, you know, like purple and yellow are opposite on the colour wheel, and blue and orange are, and obviously if you're a brunette, you're more typically to have orange hair if you're like dyeing it blonde. So yeah, I think it's actually really clever. It is like bright blue. Like, I don't know if you can sort of see in the cap. I'm not going to pour any out because that'd be silly. But yeah, it's like this like really bright teal blue. But anyway, I notice the difference in my hair when I use it if I want to just sort of retone my hair. This stuff is no joke. Do not like leave this thing in your hair for like more than 30 seconds because otherwise your hair will go blue. But yeah, one of my friends who used to be a hairdresser, she recommended to me the purple shampoo, and she's like a blonde, she like dyes her hair like platinum blonde, so she recommended that one to me, and then I thought, oh, I saw a blue one, and I was like, that actually probably works better for me. So it comes highly recommended from me and from a professional as well. So yeah, if you've got brown hair and you put blonde in it, this is the way to go forward, I think. Like, purple shampoo also does work, but this is more suited to my natural hair colour, so that's what I've been using. I've got a couple body favourites to talk about. Both of these are just re-mentions because of the time of year it is. I've got a body wash to talk about. I know I've mentioned this before. This is the Aveeno body wash, just their standard one. I don't actually know if they do any others. This is just really soft and nice on your skin. Obviously as we get into colder months, your skin gets drier, so I thought I'd mention this. It's just like really nice, particularly if you have sensitive skin. I don't, but I think it's just like really good for your skin, and it doesn't like strip it or anything. And then also my second mention is from Nivea. If you've been around these parts before, you have seen this blue bottle, I'm sure. This is the In Shower Body Moisturiser in the like dry formula. I don't think they actually do the original formula anymore, they just do the dry one. But yeah, if you didn't know this type of product exists, think hair conditioner, but for your body. So what you do is you pop it on your body and then you rinse it off whilst you're in the shower, and it saves you having to stand there and sort of wait for body moisturiser to set in. It's all done by the time you get out of the shower. I think this size bottle is typically around £5, but obviously on Boots everything goes on sale every now and again, so I would 100% recommend this. And I also have a skincare favourite. Remember that I mentioned at the beginning I was going to talk about Glossier products? This is the next Glossier product that I wanted to talk about. This is the Milky Jelly Cleanser. As I said, there was a bunch of products that I immediately reached for in both the sets that they do. And this wasn't one of them. Like, not because I thought it was a bad product, but it was just something that I wasn't immediately drawn to, unlike some of the other products that you get. I'm writing a review on this stuff, so I was like, oh no, I really actually start to use it. And the more I use it, the more I like it. It's just like, again, a really comprehensive cleanser for your face, but it's really nice and it doesn't like strip your skin at all. I have oily combo skin, but this doesn't like make my skin sort of too oily or anything. It just leaves my skin clean but still soft, which I quite like. And I've noticed a difference in my skin since I've introduced it into my routine, because I typically use, if I'm honest, I typically use just micellar water to cleanse my skin. So this has sort of been like a lot less stripping on my skin, even though I suppose I never really noticed it before, but sometimes micellar water can be quite stripping. But yeah, so I've been really enjoying using this. This doesn't remove makeup. I tend to use a cleansing oil beforehand to like get rid of any eye makeup, because as you can see I quite like eye makeup. But then like this just sort of as a second cleanse is really nice. I've been using the Dermalogica Pre-Cleanse cleansing oil, if you're wondering which one I've been using, which is nice. But this is the product that I've definitely noticed the difference in my skin with. You can, you know, use it just in the shower, or sort of if you're doing like a nightly cleanse. When I'm sort of like really into giving myself that time to do a skincare routine, yeah, this is really nice. And it doesn't look like I've used any, but I've actually used quite a lot of it. And I'm really excited for Glossier to come to the UK. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be in October. I'm unsure when though. But yeah, this is a really good product. And I have two sort of non-beauty favourites. First of all is a Netflix show called American Vandal. Basically, if you know me, or I feel like I've mentioned before, if you leave me to pick something on Netflix, I always pick like the weird sort of like murder mystery type shows, like The Keepers. I know I've recommended that before. Probably Making a Murderer as well. Like Russia's Toughest Prisons, all that type of stuff is the typical stuff I go for, but they tend to follow this sort of format. And American Vandal, it's kind of a comedy, but also just like a mystery. So basically what the show is it's set in a high school, and a guy is accused of spray painting dicks on 27 of the teachers' cars. But this guy, the guy who's like, it's like a mockumentary, so the guy that's sort of like presenting the documentary doesn't think it's him, but he's been accused and expelled. So it's about him trying to uncover the truth and see who actually did spray the dicks on the cars. And yeah, it's actually really good. It is such a good show. It's one of those things like, yeah, when you talk about like someone spray painting dicks on cars and it being sort of like a mystery, it sounds like it's gonna be really silly. And I suppose the subject content is kind of silly, but and some of the like some points of it are funny, but you just actually really want to know who's done it and why they've done it. It's actually like really interesting and you get well into it. Anyway, there's I think 8 episodes and they're all roughly 30 to 45 minutes long. My boyfriend and I, we like bashed them out I think in 2 sittings. Literally we were like, so we're just gonna watch the next one, aren't we? And I haven't had a show like that in a while. So yeah, I would highly recommend American Vandal if you haven't seen it. And the second thing that I wanted to mention, although I do have a monthly Spotify playlist, is a Spotify time capsule. If you have a Spotify account, you may have been given a time capsule, which is like I think like 50 songs that you would listen to and would take you back to a certain place. Anyway, mine is basically Kerrang playlist circa 2004, so I've been loving it. But yeah, that's everything. If you've been loving anything, please comment down below. Subscribe if you haven't, and I shall see you soon. Bye! Before I go, my lipstick is Unicorn Blood by Jeffree Star. Hang on, where is it? Let me show you, let me show you. It's here somewhere. Oh, my camera's about to die. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? Here it is! Yeah, this is the colour I'm wearing, if you're wondering. This is it. This is it. Alright, bye.